Explore a path of serenity and inner balance as you dive into the universe of yoga with us. Join us in the online yoga course with Sadhguru. Sign up to experience the transformative benefits of yoga. The link is in the description.
You must look for those things which will heighten your faculties, not lower your faculties. Look at my eyes, I'm always told, there is a high. When you can see better, hear better, think better, visualize better, there is a tremendous high with life. Because the greatest chemical factory on the planet is here.
Swamiji, how to come off the addiction?
I'm sorry?
Addiction, like smoking, like drinking, something like that. No, because we know that's bad thing, but we are addicted to that. I don't know, because I do go for tennis, I go for…
I'm sorry?
I go for sports also, but sometimes we smoke regularly in 3 hours once or 2 hours once, something like that. But I know it's a bad thing. I have to come out of that.
I didn't say it's a bad thing. I don't think it's good or bad. It's just quite stupid to be smoking. It's not good or bad, it's just stupid because this machine was not made to smoke. This is an eco-friendly machine. But now you're making it into a smoking machine. That means it's stupid, isn't it? A very efficient machine, you make it inefficient machine. Is it not stupid? Is it good or bad? There's no such thing.
Yeah, we know it's bad, but…
See, that's the whole thing. The moment you call it bad, you can't leave it. See, whale knows what's bad. Why are you giving it titles that it is not? It's just stupid, that's all. If you see something as stupid, you can't be doing it every day. Somewhere you feel smarter than other people. Yes?
No, because the taste…
See, now slowly in the world, people have gotten against you. Just 10 years ago, if you blow it into somebody's face, you felt great, they felt stupid. Now the equation is reversed in last 10 years' time, isn't it? Isn't it so? So somewhere you thought it's a smart thing to do. When you were just 10-year-old kid, you wanted to suck in and blow it out into somebody's face. It felt like a smart thing to do. You tell me, smoking, a machine that doesn't smoke, to make it smoke. Right now we're working so hard to make our cars smoke less, isn't it? Enormous amount of research into fuels and engines and everything is going on to make our cars smoke less, isn't it? A non-smoking machine, if you make it smoke, is it stupid or intelligent? Say it loudly.
Stupid.
That's all. If you see that, slowly it'll drop off. Now there is a certain chemical factor to this. Your chemistry has become dependent on nicotine or caffeine or whatever. That way will change. You just see, you do Shambhavi Mahamudra, suddenly your whole system is so fired up. The need to smoke, the need to drink coffee, tea, everything just evaporates. Now if you do it, it's only for the pleasure of it. One day you feel like drinking coffee, you drink it. One day you feel like smoking, you smoke, that's up to you. But the compulsion will be taken away. The physiological dependence will be taken away. We'll do that with the practice. But first you see that it's stupid to do it.
How do we counterbalance the power of social structures put on by popular culture? It feels like it sometimes holds youth in ignorance and has them carry out a swayed perception of self-worth, and can also lead people to destructive behaviors like drugs and alcohol because it's so cool. It is impossible to escape. What do we do?
I see it's a popular question. See, instead of looking at these things as moral stuff, whether it's right or wrong, because never have we been able to really decide what is right and what is wrong, isn't it? For thousands of years we have debated the same things without being able to arrive at what is truly right and what is truly wrong. One generation thinks this is it, next generation thinks that's trash. Yes or no? All the time. So let's look at it this way, to enhance your life. Is it the goal? Is it the reason why you're in the university? In some way you want to enhance your life, isn't it? Hello? Well, somebody wants money, somebody wants wealth, somebody wants knowledge, somebody wants relationships, somebody wants love. Why? Because you believe it'll enhance your life in some way, yes or no? Enhancement of life. We are not looking for money, power, love, anything. We are actually looking how this can be little more than what it is right now, isn't it? So if you want to be little more, is it important that all your faculties are little more heightened than what it is right now? I'm just saying for simple ways of looking at things. Suppose you could see better than the way you're seeing right now. Would your life be enhanced somewhat? Yes or no? If you could think better, see things better mentally, would your life be enhanced? So essentially, enhancement of your faculties is enhancement of life in many ways. This question is everywhere. Youth in India are asking me all the time, Sadhguru, you have influence in the government, why don't you make marijuana legal for us? I said, why marijuana? I'll make cocaine also legal. You want meth? We'll make that also legal. What's the problem? The problem is just this. So I asked them, see, let me take you, I'm a licensed pilot. So, not me, but we'll get another pilot for you. On a small plane, we'll take you on a nice ride. But the pilot comes smoked up. You want to fly? No, they don't say no, they say, because they think by smoking they're flying. Then I say, okay, you're not getting it. You need a major surgery, and the surgeon comes really smoked up. You want this surgery? Oh no! So you understand, it lowers your faculties. If you think by lowering your faculty, you will become better, then all the best. All the best, because you will need a lot of luck and lot of blessings, because you will not live out of your own competence for sure. Yes or no? This is why I think everybody is talking empathy, compassion, because they don't want to live out of their own competence. They need other people's boost all the time. No. If you lower your faculties, your life gets lowered or high. Lowered. So never use the word high again. You say, I smoked and I'm low. This is not a moral issue for me. I have no morality in me. But life should work, isn't it? Suppose my eyes become dim, do I live better? I'm asking. Hello? If my mind becomes dim, do I live better? Why do people think by lowering faculties, life gets high? No, it doesn't. It's just giving you an illusion like that, for which you will pay a price. At this stage in your life, you must look for those things which will heighten your faculties, not lower your faculties, isn't it? If you're interested, you come, I'll show you where. Look at my eyes, I'm always stoned. Yes, look at me, never touch the substance. Because the greatest chemical factory on the planet is here. Hello? The question is only whether you're ecstatic or anxious is determined by, are you a good manager of this one or are you a lousy manager? That's all that is determining this. If you're a lousy manager, you're importing chemicals from outside. If you're a good manager, you're conducting this the way you want and blissed out all the time. There is a high when you can see better, hear better, think better, visualize better. There is a tremendous high with life. I want you to know that high, not foggy high. Thank you very much. We call ourselves a secular country, which we are not. People are making fun, oh, they have 33 million gods, goddesses. Hindus are mooka pranis. They usually don't speak. A large part of World War II was funded by gold from Indian temples. Time is running out for that. This is one thing they must do. This will ignite the whole world.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. Sadhguru, general elections are coming up this year. So, what is the one thing that you want the newly elected government to do?
There are many things that the country needs in terms of economic boost needs to happen, which definitely will happen, I believe, in the next 5 years to 10 years' time. Educational transformation needs to happen, but you're giving me only one thing. Only one thing. I have many things, but if it's only one thing, one most important thing for this civilization to burst forth and become something significant in the next 25 years is, the Hindu temple should come to the hands of Hindus. Why? Why this is important? Because you must understand, Hindu temple is not a place of prayer. It is not even a place of worship. These were energetically consecrated spaces for different purposes, so that human beings will flourish, which they did in the past. When most of the world did not know what is what, we had the highest level of mathematics, music, astronomy, spiritual process. If you look at the thought process of people who were here 5,000, 10,000 years ago, but nowhere in the world anything like that happened. All this happened because we invested in the inner well-being of the human being. Temples are a physical, monumental representations of that. It is not a place of worship. It is not a place of prayer where somebody leads you to say, you give me this money, then I will send a message to God and He will respond to you and He'll talk to you and all that stuff. Here, you went there only to have darshan, not to pray, you must understand this. You did not go to the temple to pray, you went there only to have darshan. Because you can't keep quiet, you'll start thinking of all kinds of rubbish, they thought you something to say in a language that you usually don't understand. Because just to keep yourself focused, it's about darshan, imbibing the form into yourself. This is not to call God, to become God. This is not asking for somebody to come down and do something for you. It is for you to rise to that possibility. So, now we call ourselves a secular country, which we are not, because most of the Hindu temples are in the hands of the government, run by government clerks, systematically being ruined. There is no such thing as a temple without devotees. Only in the hands of a devotee, something becomes sacred. Hello? Can an employee who's looking what is his next increment can handle something which will bring that possibility to people? And temple was a fulcrum of art, music, culture, everything, all that is completely being decimated. So this is not a question of my culture versus your culture. This is a conscious culture which was created in a way that human consciousness will be the most important part of your life. Other things are secondary. This is why when people lived in shacks, they built temples that you can't imagine. Great feats of engineering, architecture, an immense effort. How 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, they could have built these temples when there were no machines, there were no transporting processes like machinery to transport or to lift stone, using millions of tons of stone. How did human hands do this? When you think about it really, next time you go to an ancient temple, you must look at it. Suppose you were here 1,000 years ago or 1,500 years ago or 2,000 years ago, how would you put this into place without machines? It's simply impossible even to think. But they did these things because they saw human evolution is the most important thing. To hasten human evolution is the most important thing. Today, whether you're driving a luxury car or living in a palace or not is not the important thing. Human evolution is the most important thing. How to hasten that process? Because human evolution has come to a place where it can consciously evolve. That means you can take 1,000,000 years or you can be there tomorrow morning. It's your choice. To exercise that choice is why we built these structures. But now, because everybody is thinking your community versus my community, it's becoming a competition process. This is not a competition with anybody. These are instruments for human well-being. Without this, we will end up living gross. In 1993, when we first came here to this place, for the first time in the wholeness program, when some 68 people were with me for 90 days of time, for the first time, to any other human being I spoke, though I've been pregnant with this for 18 years, for the first time I spoke, we need to build a Dhyanalinga temple. Immediately, the moment you're educated, you're like this, because that's the kind of education I also went through. Why a temple? Why can't we build a school? Why can't we build a hospital? I said, all those things will come later. First we need to build this because I'm pregnant, I can't be holding it forever. Hello? I have to do this. So, today, if there was a school here instead of a temple, or a hospital here, would you be here, I'm asking? No. Maybe if you got sick, you would be here, or if you had too many children, you would be standing in a queue for admission. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So this is important. The most important thing in human life is to hasten one's evolution to a greater possibility. This is the purpose with which we created these structures with enormous effort. And for every kind of human being, for every kind of purpose that human beings come up with, for all that. But today, apart from those who have been ravaged by invasions, leaving that alone, what is here is run by government clerks. This is one thing they must do, because people have been waiting for this, because Hindus are mooka pranis. That means they usually don't speak. Whatever. Because these 1,000 years of invasions have taught them this: if you raise your head may go off, put your head down and walk. So this does not mean we have to fight with somebody. Why? We are saying every religion has the same right. Every religion has the freedom to do what they want. When this is so, why are the temples being run by governments? Simply because there is money, because there is wealth. Anyway, all the jewelry, gold, diamonds, everything, the English took whatever they could take, shiploads. In many ways, a large part of World War II was funded by gold from Indian temples, to a significant part. But after that, in the independent India, the politicians have stolen everything. Hell with the gold. I'm not interested in the gold and diamonds that were in the temple or still there in the temple, I don't care about that. These are energetic forms. These need to be kept alive for future generations to benefit from this. But time is running out for that. So, what will this do? This will ignite the whole world. If we keep these places powerful, this is not just for Hindus. For every human being on the planet, it will bring benefit. For every living thing on the planet, it will bring benefit. There is a way to do that. And many nations outside of India are realizing that. But here, for political reasons and greed, we are holding it this way. If there is only one thing I can ask from the new government, this one thing must happen, because this will transform the way we educate ourselves. This will transform the way we look at ourselves and way we look at each other. Tell me, is it nice to look at this young woman like this or like this? I'm asking. There is room for that also somewhere in a certain relationship. But when she simply arrives on the street in front of me, is it better to look at her like this? Hello? For her, for me, for the society, is it better? This is what it means, that people are making fun, oh, they have 33 million gods, goddesses, what nonsense. Snake is a god, cow is a god, bull is a god. Why? Even a leaf is a god. Every bit of creation is God. Even if you can see an atom, if I look at an atom in an electron microscope, the first thing I will do is this. Hello? Because this is important. This civilization is important for the rest of the world, because the rest of the world is unfortunately in a conquest mode. Whatever they see, they want to conquer. Bowing down to everything they see doesn't exist. If this has to come, these temples have to be kept alive, not just as monuments, but as living things. These were created as living instruments to transform human consciousness. This has to come back, because you're giving me only one thing. I'm saying this.
Whoever gets elected, this one thing must happen.
Until the next adventure, stay connected for more inspiring content, and don't forget to invite your friends to join us on this journey of learning and evolution.
track forward. Later in the impact, the system built an ethereal atmosphere, while the network remains so to create a dynamic contrast. Before a sound that evokes a sense of cosmic exploration and creation. Still I sail beyond the dark, through endless dark I wander far. I'm on the fading spark, distant stars, an aimless hero with the distant stars. A pull of force, yet nothing more. Just like the faces of the moon, my hopes and goals coming glow. They rise and dip below my horizon. But one day, I will say my moon is found. My moon is found, my moon is found. The cold surrounds and clings the thought, the dark rise, but the sparkle drop. And though I drift with fame unknown, I feel the pull, the tether grow. I've been floating, but now I see the light ahead's been calling me. Oh, that is moon, I reach the end. Gotta move, let the chance not fade away. Every star was cold and still, but now there's heat, I feel that when I see the moon, it attracts me. The final stop where it all begins to, just like the phases of the moon.